6:42. Now, over 350,000 people volunteer to be school governors in England, and they come from a range of professional backgrounds and have a major role in overseeing altogether billions of pounds of school spending.
But a leading education charity says school standards would improve if governors were recruited based on their business skills and experience. Well, joining us to discuss this is Clifford Burrows from the charity ESCOS Governors for Schools, which is calling for the change, and Ruth Murton, who's the chair of governors at West Byfleet Junior School in Surrey. Good morning to you both. Thank you so much for coming in. Ruth, you're recruiting school governors at the moment, aren't you, for West Byfleet? What kind of skills are you looking for?
Particularly looking for governors who have, or potential governors who have business skills, skills that are transferable into schools. Schools are small businesses and they need people with business acumen. We can provide the training, the development to transfer those skills, providing they've got the commitment and enthusiasm and the basic skills that we need to move forward.
Is it hard finding people?
I think people don't understand what's involved and actually how much they can benefit, not only by giving, but in return, their own personal development.
It's a lot of work though, isn't it? A lot of hours, lots of meetings. You're running a business, it's difficult to combine the two. I
think there's different roles that people can play in becoming a governor. As a chair of governors, yes, there is a lot of work as a chair of governors because there's forward thinking and planning for the meetings. But actually, a governing body that's well equipped with the right people around the table runs very efficiently, and the time commitment is generally extremely enjoyable, and the return you get for the time given is just phenomenal.
And Clifford, how do you go about then persuading people that this is something they want to get involved in, particularly people with business skills, work in finance? You know, they must work very long hours, have high stress jobs. So how do you go about persuading them to give up their time to be on a school board as well?
Well, we want to understand the benefits of becoming a school governor, because often we find people, depending on their point in their career, they won't have done governorship type roles, and they can take those governorship learnings and skills back into the workplace. So we present it as an investment of their time to provide them a benefit in their longer career, and in fact we want businesses as well to support their employees by making them have time, giving them time to go into schools and do some of their governor work, and that will be a benefit to the business. So we see it as a three-way lot: good for the schools, good for the businesses and good for the individuals. So you've got to try and find a way of facilitating that. And yes, it is a bit of a commitment, but for an ordinary governor, we think it's about 4 or 5 hours a month. We don't think it's a really big deal. Admittedly, when you're a chair, and it does take a bit more time, and you've got to shepherd all the other governors, that's more time consuming, yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, that we're talking about schools as businesses. I mean, there'll be some traditionalists who wince at the very word business, and they'll think, shouldn't governors be people who know about learning and about education, who are academic background, not business background? It's
the professionals to do that. You know, the school operates with professionals who have all that knowledge and skills.
So that's the teacher's job?
That is the head teacher's job, and fundamentally the operation of the school rests with them. For governors, we need to understand how things work, but there's fantastic training programmes that the government's funded through the National College and local authorities deliver, as well as independent providers, to really hone the knowledge that governors need to have that vital impact to support the schools in driving forward improvement.
And the real role of governors is about strategic oversight, about setting strategic vision. It's not about being involved in the day-to-day activity. It's about making sure the head teachers are made accountable, the leadership teams are made accountable, so that ambition and that leadership accountability, and making sure that the finances, which are part of it, the business part of it, are also well used. There's a lot of money in school, in education. We need to make sure it's being used in its best possible way. Those are the three really important things: strategic focus, accountability of the head teacher and the leadership, and making sure the finances are run on a proper way.
How do you go about getting involved then? If you're listening this morning and think, actually, that's something that I think I could bring some skills and some real value to a school, how do you go about getting involved in?
Well, it's really easy. You just go to our website. You knew I was going to say that. Yeah, you go to the ESCOS website, SGOSS. You type that into your browser. You'll get to a page which says you can be a volunteer. You can type in your details. That will go into our database, and then we will match you with schools that have that requirement. So this is a really important point. Schools need to have the right mix of skills on their governors' bodies. To have good governance in the school, you need to have the right balance of skills. All schools are looking at that at the moment. They're doing audits, they're thinking about their skills balance, and we will match school requirements with individuals that have got those skills. So if you've got a finance set of skills, you log on our website, you say you've got those, we'll match you with a school that's looking for that. It's a bespoke service, it's for free. You just go on, pop it in, it's a 10-minute form, just fill it in, do it now, you're on the sofa with your iPad, do it right now.
Should we do it right now? Thank you both very much indeed. Thanks for coming, and we're talking about this again a bit later. Thanks very much indeed. And if you've got any experience of school governorship yourself, if there's anything that puts you off, let us know. We'll go through some of your emails later.
It is just after 6:45, and you're watching Breakfast from BBC News. The main stories this morning.